Hey guys, it's TheCardists and welcome back. In today's deck review, I'm going to be reviewing the LUXX V2 playing cards Shadow Edition, and this is the Gold Edition. So this is the Shadow Edition, or the Shadow basically series of this, and this is the Gold Edition. There is also a Silver Edition as well. This was put out by jpplayingcards, so check them out, link in the description below. There is 6,000 in this first run. Also, the tuck case is actually quite thick. It's like, I think it's 2 layers of paper, and it's just like the V1 because it was really recommended from the V1. Everyone really liked the tuck case. Now, this deck has actually got gold and silver accent foil just going around the tuck case. And also, what I like about it is made by Randy and Lawrence from Legends Playing Cards, and they're the ones that printed this deck as well. It's an all-round amazing design, and it really stands out for me. So as you can see, you have LUXX in like a black foil there, and there is some intents of the black foil there. And you can see it has black with this nice dot that goes around with this nice scroll work with the detailing with like this nice little gold foil like a leaf, and it has this nice kind of cloud to make it like kind of look pop, and it pops, that shows where the design is. And then you have a little JP Playing Cards logo actually made there. You can see it has JP with like an ace of spades to match their logo. And what I like is this design, it continues the whole way around, so it doesn't just stop as well, and I think that's what I really like. Now also, what I've got to mention is with this deck, it comes with a holographic seal. Yes, so as I was saying, you actually got the holographic seals if you're actually able to pre-order only as basically a thank you for the earlier customers. And also, these can actually be brought, but it has to be part of a brick. So you can't actually just buy these singly with a seal. It has to be within a brick to grab yourself one of these amazing seals. I got one of each as I wanted to review them. And what I like is the hologram. Just look at that. Even though the camera's gone on focus, you can see just how shiny the seal is. And I like it goes from the top all the way just to the very bottom. And it just leaves this little space, but not too much. And I think that's what makes it stand out for me. You can see as well, it has this really nice intricate kind of embossing to it. And on the bottom it has premium poker cards. Okay. On the side it has very faint, but it has printed by Legends Playing Card Company. And then on the other side as well, it has it produced by JP Playing Cards Co. Ltd. And Ltd actually stands for Limited Company. On the bottom it actually has designed by Randy Butterfield for JP Playing Cards. And then also it has printed by Legends Playing Cards Company. Then you get the back design. You can see we've looked at the seal, it has LUXX and this nice like ace of spades design that continues from the top, and it's like stretched out there. And it's exactly the same pattern we see on the front, but you can see it has like a spades and some of the, like the pip designs in it. We've got the spades just there, and you may not notice it's in a spade shape. And it does look like it's a mirror design, and I believe it is off the top of my head. It is just a mirror design, but we'll have a look at that when we get inside. But a really cool holographic seal. You even pop the tab and you can see it continues with the artwork design, it continues with the embossing with a nice scroll work that they've done, a very intense. And I like inside as well, it's like a reflective, kind of like, it looks like, it's like a shiny paper, it's like a shiny kind of finish to it. And then you pull the deck out of the tuck case, and as you can see there's nothing else inside, but they've printed inside the tuck case. That is a thumbs up for me. But now the deck itself, now you can see with this deck it stands out because of the design. Not just because of the way it looks, but just because of the nice thin white border, and I'm a big fan of a thin white border. It's not like an air cushion finish, it's quite like a thick plasticky stock, but not a bad plastic, because if it, you know, bad plastic decks can't fan like that. It has to be, it's a really nice stock. Now you can see even with the back design you receive a thin border that goes around, and it has like this nice gold incense, like a greeny lime colour up there and there, and it has this nice kind of like the wind, it looks like this wind. And also you can see as well it has a nice scroll work with the spades just there and there, and I think that's really awesome, and it really stands out. I think it's a lot more appealing than a lot of decks that are out now on the market. Obviously shadows, it's meant to be dark, it's meant to be like grey colours and the gold, so this is like the shadow, that's why it's the Shadow Edition. If you guys wondered, this is the Gold Edition, but that's why they've called it that. Then you also receive with this deck a advertisement card that just tells you poker hand, so royal flush, and tells you exactly how they are. So just a little, that comes in handy. It's really cool. I think that's a little bit unique, and it's not just a plain one, it's actually been designed. And then you can see you just receive one Joker, and it has LUXX Joker. Now, I'm not too sure if mine was like that, but I only received one Joker and one advertisement. So maybe you only get one Joker, I'm not too sure, but we'll have to see. But I only received one in this deck. Now, we'll move on, and you can see, by the way, I like to mention, it has LUXX Joker, and it has this nice scroll with like this sword going through, and I think that really pops for me. Even when you get on with the ace, it has this really unique ace of spades. It actually comes out, a lot of aces just stay in, but this one actually comes out of the design and it makes it look a bit 3D, and that's what I like. And it has LUXX JP playing cards, produced by Legends Playing Cards. And you can see the scroll work, there's a lot of detail that's gone into this, and I think it's worth actually getting from even the get-go. Now, these do look like bicycle pips, but they are actually customised as well, but they are from the original series anyway, and you can see it has little dots that go in the pips as well, so I think because it looks standard, it just makes it come a little bit more alive, and it makes the deck look a bit more interesting to the eye. When you get to the royalty, now they do look like the Jack, Queen, King from the uspcc, but you can see the colourings change, and there is a little bit different to the border. They've actually changed the border a little bit, added a bit more like kind of live and artwork to it, and the colours are like a goldy, greeny colour with the greys and the dark saturation that they've got going on here. When you get onto the hearts as well, you can see the hearts are like a dark burgundy. You get 4 custom out aces. You can see with this one you get a really nice, continues the pattern inside, and it's the same with the little dots that go through the rest of the pips. And even when you get to the Jack, Queen, King, the saturation has been taken as well, and I really like that though, with this one with a little scroll work on the side, just in the corners. Same with the diamonds, and you can see even with the diamonds as well, it continues with the border and the pattern going inside, and I think that's what makes it pop. And even with the custom diamonds as well, I really like that. I dig that a lot, but the ace of spades is calling to me a lot more. Even with the clubs as well, the same spots in the side, and then with the custom club. You can see just there with a really nice intricate design. But what I've got to admit, when I got this deck, I was a bit weird, because obviously it's got only one Joker from what I know of, and it was actually in the opposite order, so it went actually clubs, hearts, diamonds, and then spades. That was the order it came in, because that's the way that they've obviously, when it's gone in the box, that's the way it's actually came in. So it didn't come ace the normal way I like to review it. But just to let you know, that's a bit of information there. But that is the way the deck actually looks. How does it handle? Okay, so let's get on to the handling of the deck. Now, as you can see, this deck is really nice, and it spreads quite well, and even with the back design, it looks really nice just in a simple spread, and that's what I really dig. It's not a lot to ask for this deck, but you can see just doing a simple spread does look really nice and appealing with a thin border. So even when you do a fan, it looks really stunning. It pops out for me. You can see it actually just goes together really well. Now, what I like about this is even if you do a ferro with the deck, it is actually able to do a ferro, and a lot of decks can't, because obviously plastic coated decks, it doesn't tend to allow, because of the plastic, and it is quite harder to do. I'll just get this to unfocus for you. But what I like is just the design as well. I think it really pops, and I can't believe how unfocused my camera is right now, but there you go. So even when we just do a simple giant fan as well, you can see the design does pop. I've got to say, the colouring on the deck, and it does look really cool with the thin border. It's a lot thinner than most decks I've actually reviewed, so that's what I like. Now, the stock to me feels a lot more thicker than bicycle. Obviously it's like a plastic coated, and you can tell because of the way it actually sounds. Now, Charlier cuts is easy with this deck because it's a very slippery, there's nothing for it to really grip on. It is just literally a plain face, so there's no like little air holes or the air cushion holes. But even just doing a spring with the deck, you can see it springs really nicely, and even dribbles really well. Now, I don't see why it would not. Okay, and even just doing cuts with the deck as well is awesome. Now, a double lift, it does kind of do it really well, I've got to say, but I've got to say in a way that doing a double lift is pretty good, but when you do the colour change, you can hear it. So for example, and you can hear it kind of slide. But that's not a disadvantage, you just need to break the deck in a bit more. This is quite new. But it just got to say that is one thing I would like to change. Maybe I'll see what it's looked like with maybe it's for Aristocrat stock Magic finish. But all around, I really dig this deck. I know this deck is printed by Legends Playing Cards, and they did an absolutely amazing job on this deck. The artwork and the finish of the deck I'm in love with. To be able to do a fan with this deck and to look that good really appeals to me. And that was my review of the LUXX Gold Edition to the Shadow edition of this. And this is also the V2 LUXX, so pick it up, link in the description below, from JP Playing Cards. And I really dig this, worth getting. If you guys enjoyed it, what did you think of the deck? Comment down below and tell me your opinion. I'd like to know what you guys thought, because sometimes I'd just always like to hear what you guys think. So comment down below what you thought. Give the video a big old subscribe just up there if you haven't already. Or if you're not certain, why not check out the previous video? That's it. I just want to quickly confirm, in the previous video I was reviewing the Tally Ho pink. And I did not mean it in any sexist joke with girls liking pink. A lot of my friends who are girls, and my girl for myself and my mum, they like the colour pink. And it's not in a stereotype way. I actually did a bit of research before and I found out that a lot of my friends do. So if anyone took it offensive, I do apologise, and I hope you didn't take any offence. But that's it guys, I hope to see you guys in the next video. See you guys then.